Cory Infinite.
Bash.
What if the world is offering us more than we're willing to see? What if creativity isn't a skill, but a doorway? And what happens when someone chooses to live beyond the boundaries the rest of us quietly accept?
I'm excited to check this place out with you.
Me too. Thanks so much for having me.
Walk through a thrift store with Cory Infinite, and you begin to understand. He moves through the ordinary like it's alive, like every object carries a spark waiting to be awakened.
You like that?
I don't think I need it for anything, but like, it is nice.
Are you telling me that like I'm not going to be your assistant?
No, you could do anything, Bash.
Cory lives in the space where art, soul, and possibility meet, where nothing is wasted, where everything can transform, where the infinite isn't an idea, it's a way of being. And maybe, through him, we remember that we can live there too. Welcome to Bash The Status Quo. Welcome to the infinite.
Well, let's talk about the gear in place.
Okay.
So tell us how this came to be.
I've been wearing these Converse for like 7-8 years. They've just kind of been falling apart, been stitching them back together. These pants were made from a table runner that I found, and then just kind of like added some pockets, functional fly. Yeah, and then like, you know, I like this leopard shirt, and then I just had these construction vests on hand and just kind of cut them up and just went with it. And that's like my logo on the back.
You make stuff out of trash.
Mm-hmm.
You make stuff out of discarded articles. Is your mind thinking that everything can be turned into something?
That's the thing with like materials. It's like you can have a different perspective on it and like kind of shift it and change it to something cool to you. Doing that allows you to just have more freedom with kind of like making exciting things out of ordinary objects.
You're kind of in a creative mode all the time. Mm-hmm. And for somebody watching this that doesn't think of themselves as creative, talk to us about the creative process.
The creative process in general for everyone starts with God, because God created everything and designed everything so intricately. A lot of the time, like the arts can kind of steal the word creativity away from different professions and stuff, because you can be creative and be artistic in any avenue of life. It's just like we all have, you know, an ability to create because we were created.
Realtor by day, cart assistant by the other part of the day. Are you thinking of making mason jars into goggles and shit while we're walking around here? What's happening right now in the brain of Cory Infinite?
Yeah, that's the thing that's pretty fun too, is like stepping into a thrift store and not putting a boundary to what you can potentially make. When people go to a thrift store and they want to like find a new outfit or something, they're just going to go to the t-shirts, you know, because that's kind of what is like the main piece a lot of the time for an outfit. But you can just, I don't know, there's not a real way or like correct way of like making an outfit. So you could like make a whole jacket out of like any of these things you see. That's kind of where my mind is when I'm walking into thrift stores and stuff.
Okay,
like,
to be clear, we're around picture frames and dishes.
Yeah.
And Cory Infinite is thinking about how he can turn this into a shirt or a pair of pants.
Yeah.
It is so inspiring because most of us walk around all day in like this haze of like everything is the way that it's always been. Do you remember a point in time when you like just shifted, or was it gradual, or like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a mixture of like a specific time probably in my life, but also like going back and remembering what I've always loved, which is, you know, presenting myself through wearing things, but also creating stuff. I've always loved to make, you know, with my hands, getting hands on. You know, when I was a kid, I would draw, and then, you know, around 2nd, 3rd grade, I got super into just folding paper and origami. And like, I thought I was gonna be like an origami artist for like Hallmark cards or something downtown. And so it's just kind of gone through this like medium shift throughout my life.
What was the first, do you remember the first piece that you made? What it was? What was it?
Yeah, I just went to a thrift store. It was for my fashion class in high school.
How many men were in the class?
I was actually the only guy in the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get bullied or made fun of or anything?
I mean, definitely I would get made fun of like sometimes just like for wearing different things, but it's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Like, I like it, you know, like it's fun to me, so.
I'm the guy that would have definitely, because I was a bully growing up, I'm the guy that would have like tried to harass you.
Uh-huh.
And I've told my sons and my daughter that all the people that were out of the ordinary or weren't like whatever, those are the most interesting people. And if I had to do it all over again, those are the people that I'd want to spend time with. But at the time, people like you were a threat to me because you were living your truth with no fear of like, honey badger don't give a shit.
You think the honey badger cares? It doesn't give a shit.
So what's that process like when the first time you get made fun of? Were you already resolute in the fact like, I don't care? Did it hurt your feelings? Was it like...
When I first started making videos online, like videos would just blow up from just people like hating in the comment section, just destroying, just like ripping me apart. Like, I'm just putting on clothes, guys. Like, I don't know why you guys are so angry, but that's, but that was like, the being kind of picked on in high school and like middle school and stuff, I feel like was like kind of preparing me for that, going into like more of that and stuff. But I don't know, it's like I always just kind of did my thing and it's kind of evolved. It's like, no one's like perfect at like brushing all that stuff off,
Like the uniqueness in others. Actually, the more unique someone is, the more likely we are to be like,
yeah.
You're out of line.
yeah.
Which is sort of how I wish it wasn't, but that was sort of how I operated. Like anybody that, and I remember in some respects thinking to myself like, having this odd envy of the people that I was terrorizing.
What do you think was the moment that made you kind of realize you want to do think differently?
Honestly, like a lot of it for me was just experimenting inside the realm of life and meeting people who were different and like knowing their backstory versus making assumptions.
Yeah.
Because I think we all like make assumptions all day long. Like the guy in the parking lot who thinks you're celebrating an Indian holiday. Right? Like he doesn't know, but at least he took the time to stop and ask. Right?
Yeah, and there's no problem with that. People obviously people will probably see this and be like, like what is that? And I'm here to answer because it's just like a part of who I am, and it's like, like I said earlier, it's just like a part of like the advertisement of this this brand that I have and the vision that I'm creating. It's like wearing a painting, in a way. You can just like do that. Welcome in, Bash.
Do you like that I don't ring the doorbell, that I just walk in?
Hey, it's how we do it.
So now we're in the laboratory.
Yes, we are.
In his home, in his sanctuary of making, you feel the presence of something deeper. The devotion of someone creating with heart, with humility, with a kind of reverence that turns simple materials into moments of grace.
Yeah, this room, right when you walk in the front door, is the core of the system. Like, this is where I cut all the fabric. This is where we have the sewing machines and all of the tools. Got my toolbox with all the stuff. So this, right when you walk in, is every room in one. A living room, a workshop, a sewing room, a just hangout room. We kind of have like a half living room situation going on right there with the couch.
This serves as the living room. Everything else is your passion. There's not much time spent in the living room. Almost all of it is spent creating, right?
Yeah, it's either like I'm making stuff here or I'm like out at a park, running around, kicking a soccer ball or something.
Oh yeah, you like to be outside?
Yeah, I'll go on runs around my neighborhood and stuff. So.
What are you wearing when you're going for a run? This?
No.
Or regular?
Just running gear? Athletic wear. Yeah. So yeah, this is the fabric room and the material room. There's not really any form of like real organization other than just like maybe a little bit of like a pattern.
So like this, what is this?
I think that was like a pillow cover. I'm not sure.
So what could this become?
I mean, anything, like it can become anything you want it to be. But I mean, right now I'd probably incorporate it into something maybe like that. Or, I was actually setting aside all the plaid fabrics right here. I want to do like a interweaving like plaid outfit with just stripes and just different like plaids. That's kind of what I was going with for that. But yeah, it can really just be anything. My whole house, every room is basically a closet. You know, this whole house is just a closet.
Is there a fine line between you having a hoarding issue and being a creative?
I don't know, like with the space that I have, it's hoarding for sure because it's just every room is like a part of the the like art and the process of that. But I'm like you know, I have big dreams and ambitions, and I believe, you know, I'll have a proper space where I can store this stuff.
Tell me about your training. Are you all self-taught, or did you?
Yeah,
go to school,
YouTube
or?
University is my training. I would just say shout out to Mrs. Sylvie, my senior year of high school, that fashion class. She's the only person that has like taught me anything, which was how to use like an in-home sewing machine. Just kind of like that singer over there sitting on my table. That's what she taught me how to use. And then ever since that class and her initially kind of teaching me how to use that machine, I just kind of went my own route and just figured it out with YouTube. Hey Bash, I picked out a piece I want you to try on. I think it'd look good.
Oh yeah, this is definitely right up my alley. All right, hold on a second. Let me try it on.
Cool.
So Cory, does this suit make my butt look big?
No, it does not.
Good, cool. Then I'm in.
Boom.
I feel like Cory Infinite. What's the most important promise you made to your younger self and you're keeping?
I think I'm learning that like more recently is like being content no matter where I'm at, being happy with where I'm at, and knowing that this life is the gift. Everything that comes after that is extra. And so I think something that I'm trying to, you know, really just instill into my mind more and more, you know, especially recently, is just that, is like being happy with no matter where life takes me. And everything is so awesome. I'm so blessed. And so I think just kind of like promising my whole life of just like, no matter what happens, just having an optimistic viewpoint and knowing that this is the gift.
Okay, last question we always ask is, what does Bash the Status Quo mean to you?
Bash the Status Quo to me means to follow your excitement no matter what. And, you know, your excitement could be anything, you know, it could be working a desk job, you know, I think bashing the status quo is just ultimately just kind of like going out and having faith and believing in what you're doing, and you know, just taking this life as like a way to just like see what happens with like the belief that you have and the different ideas that you have, and just following the excitement and not allowing anything to kind of disrupt that, but to just like seek that, you know, truth to you and allow it to unfold for yourself, no matter what anyone says or thinks or does.
I'm so grateful for our time together. Thank you.
Likewise, Bash. Thank you.